We are hearing from the first Americans to make it out of Gaza into Egypt through the Rafah border crossing. Earlier, our Maggie Rulli spoke with a New Jersey woman, Maha Elbanna, about her desperate 12-hour journey to escape before her car ran out of gas. Let's listen.
I only have one chance with this car. I tried to get fuel, and like the past few weeks I was working, but someone would come and pick me up. I couldn't use the car I had. I was like, I'm saving that for the one trip to the border.
And once you got to the border, what was it like there?
There were a lot of people. It was very confusing because the list had a lot of other countries, and the U.S. Citizens were listed at the end of the list, and that kind of got me concerned because yesterday was the first day the border was open and allowing people out, and we heard that some were still in the Egyptian side, not allowed to exit until 9 p.m. And I figured I have about 300 people ahead of me, and my number is 127 in the list of 400 Americans, which means there's a chance I could be asked to go back home and come and try again the next day, which would have been impossible.
And Maggie Rulli joins us now from Cairo. Maggie, you've spoken with several people that have left now. What are they saying about this process and the support they're getting?
Hey, Diane. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway is that it's confusing, it's complicated. People are starting to get frustrated, they're scared, they're angry. We asked Maha specifically how the U.S. government has supported her, and does she even feel like she's being supported? She did acknowledge that she's getting lots of emails from the U.S. State Department. They have told her that they're here for her. They have told her that they're working to get her out. But she did question sort of why it took so long and is taking so long for other Americans still trapped in Gaza. You know, she referenced that it's been more than 3 weeks at this point that they've felt trapped inside Gaza. She had been there during other areas, times of conflict as well, and said the U.S. did evacuate U.S. civilians. So she's more curious what's going on this time and why it seems to be taking so long, she says. Diane.
Maggie, we also saw chaotic images out of Rafah yesterday. What's the scene like there today?
Yeah, Diane, it's a little bit more of the same. You know, this is the third day that we're seeing foreign passport holders able to leave Gaza and enter Egypt. We just got numbers a few moments ago from a Palestinian spokesperson at the Rafah border crossing. And they have said so far today, 350 foreign passport holders have crossed into Egypt. We do know that on the list today, there were more than 300 Americans on that list, but it's still unsure how many Americans were actually able to cross the border because, Dan, it starts to get complicated. You know, just because you're on the list one day doesn't mean you're on the list the next day. And we have been hearing reports from lawyers representing families inside Gaza, representing families of Americans inside Gaza, saying that, you know, one day a mom who's a U.S. citizen might be on the list and her daughter isn't. The next day her daughter is and she isn't. So you can just imagine how complicated this is for people. And as we just heard from Maha earlier, you might only have time for one shot, that one tank of gas that actually gets you to the border. So for so many people, they're having to make some really difficult decisions right now about separating families, about taking that risk to go to the border, about finding out if their name's even on the list. So again, it's just this confusion that so many people are living in right now.
All right, Maggie Rulli in Cairo, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.